Hey, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival. I usually do 7 movies, one for each day of the week, but this week I decided to do movies about the days of the week. That's right, we have a Sunday movie, a Monday, all the way to Saturday, like this movie, Saturday Night Fever, which I love. I almost included this as my Saturday movie, but I found something a little more obscure I wanted to share with you. And if you think about it, each day of the week has movies with that day of the week in the title. What day do you think has the best movies? Let's stick around and figure that out together, okay? But until then, let's listen to a little more of Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta received an Oscar nomination for this, but none of the songs were, which I find shocking. But what do we got for the rest of the week, okay? My movie for Sunday is Any Given Sunday. Really a terrific football movie directed by Oliver Stone with a great cast, including Jamie Foxx, Dennis Quaid, one of his best performances, Al Pacino. You could rent this for a few dollars on Prime, by the way. Oh, this movie is gritty. It really makes you feel like you're in behind the scenes of football, which I think is great because the best way to get me to a football game is to watch a movie. But I'm thinking Sunday's my favorite day of the week because there were so many other choices I had. There was this old classic, Never on Sunday. There's a movie called Easter Sunday. Oh, Black Sunday, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. So there are a lot. You could have a whole day of Sunday movies. But let's start with Any Given Sunday, shall we? Okay. Monday didn't have a lot of good movie choices, but let me know if you think I missed a good one. I do like Stormy Monday with Melanie Griffith and Tommy Lee Jones by Mike Figgis, who later won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas. You could find this on Roku and Tubi. So an American decides to go to London to try to become a big boss in the crime world. Well, he has obstacles when he gets there, as you will soon see. One of my other favorite things about this movie, besides biting my nails a few times, is this has Sting in it. And up until this film, I thought if Sting was in a movie, it would be awful. Because if you look at Sting's history of acting in movies, they're not stellar, I must say. Anyway, I do enjoy Stormy Monday. Why don't you check it out too? 52 Tuesdays, which costs a few dollars to rent on Prime, is really a stellar movie that not a lot of us have seen. And actually, the most interesting behind the scenes tidbit is none of the actors were famous when they made this film, and they filmed it for a year only once a week on Tuesdays. And the director gave them the script just for that week shooting. This is about a woman who's just starting to rebond with her daughter, but she's also at the same time planning a sex change. And that adds a lot of complications in her relationship with her daughter, which makes the movie even more interesting. I saw this at a film festival, it won many awards. It's very good. And I love the way that it was filmed only on Tuesdays. So remember, 52 Tuesdays. Any Wednesday, which is on TMC this month, is really a lighthearted romp that's not on TV a lot, which is why I chose this over Ash Wednesday and Big Wednesday. Based upon a Tony-winning play, this has Jane Fonda in her 1960s fun era where she did a lot of lighthearted sex farces. I read somewhere that at the time of this film, this was her least favorite movie, but I kind of like it. She plays a woman being a kept woman from an executive. Somehow, her apartment gets rented to Dean Jones, who's much younger and more attractive than Jason Robards, the man who's keeping her. So that adds to the farce. I think it's super funny. I did have a different Jane Fonda movie in mind for a different day of the week. Stay till the end to find out what that was. But I decided to include this one because I think it's just fun. Thursday was my toughest day to find a movie. I chose Thursday's Game, which is actually a made-for-TV movie, but you could find it on YouTube. I picked it because I thought it was an interesting story where two friends get together every Thursday and play cards, but then they stop doing that and start doing other things, but their wives still think they're playing cards. Now, movie-wise, this has the greatest cast and behind-the-scenes people. I mean, it stars Gene Wilder and Bob Newhart. It's got Ellen Burstyn. It's got so many great TV actors, Cloris Leachman, Rob Reiner, Valerie Harper. They all are wonderful, and it was written by James L. Brooks, who developed and started with the Mary Tyler Moore Show and won an Oscar for Terms of Endearment. So behind the scenes and in front of the camera, this is a great cast. So this probably should have been a theatrical movie, but it sort of snuck into your television viewing. It was filmed in 1971 before a lot of these people became stars, but not aired until 1974 after Ellen Burstyn was in The Exorcist and became a big name. So wow, very interesting history on this movie. It's pretty good. But when you look up Thursday movies, you find a lot of movies called Thursday. And I didn't want to watch all those movies Thursday to find you a good one. So I knew this one had my support. The original Freaky Friday with Barbara Harris and Jodie Foster was almost my Friday movie. Even though many people remember the remake better with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. But I remember The Long Good Friday. It has Bob Hoskin, one of his first starring roles. By the way, you can find this on Max, where he is sort of a small town gangster, but he gets involved in a big project. The trouble is the bigger gangsters want to take over the project, so they stop at nothing to try to get it out of his hands. Helen Mirren's along for the ride. This will really make your Friday worth it, and it won't seem so long when you watch The Long Good Friday. Love this movie. Here we are at Saturday, and no Saturday Night Fever, even though that's good. Saturday has a lot of good movies, I must say, but I decided to go with Saturday Church, which you can find free on Prime or Peacock, about a young boy who's bullied in school. His father dies. It is uplifting. But he sort of gets kicked out of his house by his aunt because he wants to dress like a woman. So apparently, we learn he's in the early stages of becoming trans. So he goes to New York away from his family, meets some very popular trans actors we know like India Moore and MJ Rodriguez. This movie is vibrant, it's full of songs, it's uplifting, it's really good. So you should definitely catch this, and you can still watch Saturday Night Fever. But I'm always trying to find the more underdog one for you, so this should be it. Well, that's our show of the week. We have decisions about what we should watch. I am leaving with another Sunday movie. Sorry, I had to sneak one in. Sunday in New York is one of my favorites. It often plays on TCM and other channels. It's another Jane Fonda one. I love this movie. But what did you love on this week's show? And did I miss a weekday show that you like? Let me know. Comment below, please. And remember always to share. And tell others to share and watch. And I will see you next week oh my God, I forget how much I love Rod Taylor. I mean, oh, look how yummy he is. Oh, Jane. Oh, got sidetracked. Anyway, see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.